Most people choose a micro revolver the wrong way. They focus on finding the smallest gun possible, assuming smaller automatically means better for everyday carry. But after a few weeks, many of those tiny revolvers end up forgotten in a drawer instead of riding comfortably in a pocket. The truth is, the best micro revolver isn't simply the lightest or the most compact. It's the one you'll actually carry every single day without constantly fighting its weight, awkward shape, or painful recoil. In today's countdown, we're ranking 10 micro revolvers that truly deserve a place in your everyday carry rotation. Some legendary models may appear much lower than expected, while one modern revolver stands above the rest by solving nearly every problem shooters have complained about for years. Let's get started. Number 10. Ruger LCRX. The Ruger LCRX is one of those revolvers that seems almost perfect at first glance. It keeps everything shooters already love about the original LCR. An excellent double-action trigger, lightweight construction, and several caliber options including .38 Special Plus P, .327 Federal Magnum, and .22 Magnum. That versatility makes it appealing to a wide range of shooters. Whether you're looking for a soft shooting trainer or a defensive pocket revolver, there's likely an LCRX configuration that fits your needs. However, one feature prevents it from climbing higher on this list: the exposed hammer. While single-action capability sounds attractive on paper, it introduces an extra concern during concealed carry. Pocket draws become slightly less predictable, and there's always the possibility of the hammer catching on clothing during a fast presentation. For many shooters, that's a compromise worth making. The trigger remains outstanding, recoil is manageable, and Ruger's reputation for reliability speaks for itself. But in a category where snag-free performance is everything, cleaner designs simply have the advantage. That's why the Ruger LCRX earns the number 10 spot. It's still an outstanding micro revolver, but there are several models that make everyday carry even easier. Number 9. Charter Arms Undercover. Some revolvers try to impress you with flashy features or cutting-edge engineering. The Charter Arms Undercover takes the opposite approach. It focuses on doing one job exceptionally well: being a dependable revolver you can carry every single day without overthinking it. Built around a 5-shot .38 special cylinder and weighing roughly 17 ounces, it sits in a comfortable middle ground. It's heavy enough to tame recoil better than the ultra-lightweight options, yet still compact enough for pocket carry or discreet inside-the-waistband use. One of its biggest strengths is its clean, double-action-only configuration. Without an exposed hammer, the revolver slides smoothly out of a pocket or holster with very little risk of snagging. That's exactly what you want from a defensive firearm that may need to be drawn under pressure. Another feature that deserves recognition is the southpaw version. Left-handed shooters are often forced to adapt to firearms designed almost exclusively for right-handed users. Charter Arms actually addressed that problem by offering a model specifically built with left-handed carriers in mind, something very few revolver manufacturers have ever bothered to do. Of course, the Undercover isn't trying to compete with premium revolvers in terms of refinement or cutting-edge materials. The trigger isn't the smoothest on this list, and the finish is fairly basic. But reliability and practicality matter far more than luxury when you're choosing a gun you'll trust with your life. That's why the Charter Arms Undercover remains a favorite among experienced concealed carriers. It doesn't chase trends or flashy marketing. It simply delivers dependable performance in a compact package that disappears comfortably during daily carry. For shooters who value simplicity, proven reliability, and a snag-free design, it easily earns the number 9 position. Number 8. Smith & Wesson 638 Bodyguard. The Smith & Wesson 638 Bodyguard is one of the most interesting revolvers ever built for concealed carry because it refuses to follow the usual rules. Instead of choosing between a fully exposed hammer or a completely enclosed design, Smith & Wesson combined the best qualities of both. Weighing just under 15 ounces and chambered in .38 Special Plus P, the 638 remains light enough for comfortable everyday carry while offering a level of versatility many competing revolvers simply can't match. Its signature feature is the shrouded hammer. During normal carry, the hammer stays protected, allowing the revolver to draw smoothly from a pocket without snagging on clothing. Yet unlike a fully enclosed design, it still gives shooters the option to manually cock the hammer for a lighter, more precise single-action trigger when accuracy becomes a priority. That makes the 638 especially appealing to shooters who appreciate traditional revolver handling but don't want to sacrifice practical concealed carry performance. It's not a revolver built around gimmicks. Instead, it quietly bridges two generations of revolver design. You get modern carry convenience without completely giving up the precision advantages that many longtime revolver enthusiasts still value. Of course, that hybrid approach isn't perfect. The partially exposed hammer still isn't quite as streamlined as a true hammerless revolver, and dedicated pocket carriers may prefer the smoother profile of enclosed hammer models higher on this list. Even so, the 638 continues to earn loyal fans because it offers something genuinely different. Rather than forcing shooters to choose between speed and precision, it gives them both in a compact package that's proven itself over years of everyday use. For anyone who wants classic revolver capability wrapped in a carry-friendly design, the Smith & Wesson 638 Bodyguard comfortably secures the number 8 spot. Number 7. Taurus 856 Ultralight. The Taurus 856 Ultralight proves that a single extra round can completely change the way a micro revolver feels. While most compact revolvers settle for a 5-shot cylinder, the 856 manages to squeeze in 6 rounds of 38 Special Plus P without becoming noticeably larger or harder to conceal. That alone makes it stand out in a category where every ounce and every millimeter matter. At around 15.7 ounces, the Ultralight strikes an excellent balance between portability and shootability. It's light enough to disappear into a jacket pocket or inside the waistband holster, yet heavy enough to keep recoil from becoming overly punishing during practice sessions. And that's an important distinction. A defensive handgun you hate shooting is a handgun you probably won't practice with. The 856 avoids that trap by remaining comfortable enough to encourage regular range time while still being compact enough for genuine everyday carry. Another reason this revolver continues to gain popularity is its straightforward design. There's nothing flashy about it. Taurus focused on delivering a practical carry gun with a comfortable grip, a smooth double-action trigger, and enough capacity to give shooters a little more confidence without adding unnecessary bulk. Of course, opinions on Taurus products have always been divided. Some shooters still remember older models that struggled with quality control, but the newer 856 Ultralight has done a great deal to improve that reputation, earning praise from many owners for dependable performance and solid reliability after thousands of rounds. It's not trying to compete with premium revolvers costing twice as much. Instead, it delivers excellent value by combining lightweight construction, respectable capacity, and everyday practicality into one affordable package. For concealed carriers who want one more round without sacrificing comfort or concealability, the Taurus 856 Ultralight deserves its place at number 7. But from this point forward, the list starts introducing revolvers that rethink what a modern micro-revolver should be, beginning with one of the newest designs in the category. Number 6. Diamondback SDR. The Diamondback SDR represents a new generation of micro-revolvers. Instead of relying on nostalgia or simply shrinking an old design, Diamondback started with a simple question. What does a concealed carry revolver actually need to excel in today's world? The answer is a revolver built around everyday practicality. Chambered in 138 Special Plus P and holding 6 rounds, the SDR immediately stands out in a market where most competitors still offer only 5. Better yet, it accomplishes that without becoming bulky or uncomfortable to carry. At roughly 16 ounces, it's light enough for all-day concealed carry while maintaining enough weight to keep recoil under control. That balance makes long practice sessions much more enjoyable than many ultralight snub-nose revolvers, which can become surprisingly punishing after only a few cylinders. Its fully enclosed double-action-only hammer is another major advantage. Every edge has been designed with concealed carry in mind. There's virtually nothing to snag on clothing during the draw, making it equally comfortable in a pocket holster, ankle rig, or inside the waistband setup. The cylinder release, grip geometry, and overall ergonomics also feel noticeably more modern than many traditional revolvers. Rather than preserving old habits simply for tradition's sake, Diamondback focused on improving how the gun feels during daily use. Of course, being a relatively new design means it hasn't yet earned the decades-long reputation enjoyed by companies like Smith & Wesson or Ruger. Long-term durability and reliability are things that only time can truly prove. Even so, first impressions have been extremely positive. The SDR delivers exactly what many concealed carriers have been asking for: a lightweight, snag-free revolver with 6 rounds of defensive ammunition and ergonomics designed for real-world carry instead of display cases. For shooters looking for a modern alternative to the traditional J-frame formula, the Diamondback SDR easily earns the number 6 position. The top 5 is where this ranking becomes much more competitive. Beginning with a revolver that proves extra weight isn't always a disadvantage. Number 5. Kimber K6s. The Kimber K6s proves that the lightest revolver isn't always the smartest choice. While most micro revolvers chase the lowest possible weight, Kimber took a different approach by building a compact revolver that prioritizes control, durability, and shootability over shaving off every ounce. At around 23 ounces with a 2-inch barrel, the K6s is noticeably heavier than many of the revolvers ranked below it. But that extra weight pays dividends the moment you pull the trigger. Available in both .357 Magnum and .38 Special, the K6's handles recoil far better than most lightweight snub-nose revolvers. Even with full-power .357 Magnum loads, the additional mass helps reduce muzzle flip and keeps follow-up shots quicker and more accurate. Another standout feature is its remarkably slim profile. Although it's built from stainless steel, the cylinder is narrower than many competing revolvers, making the gun surprisingly easy to conceal. In fact, width often has a greater impact on comfort than weight, especially when carrying inside the waistband. Kimber also gave the K6s one of the smoothest factory triggers in its class. The double-action pull feels consistent throughout its travel, while the single-action break is crisp enough for precise shooting at longer distances. That combination makes it equally comfortable on the range and in a defensive role. Of course, the added weight isn't for everyone. If your priority is dropping a revolver into gym shorts or lightweight summer clothing, the K6s may feel too substantial. But for belt carry or quality inside the waistband holsters, many shooters quickly discover that the improved balance and softer recoil are well worth carrying a few extra ounces. The Kimber K6s isn't simply a small revolver. It's a compact fighting revolver built for people who shoot regularly and want maximum confidence when it matters most. Its blend of excellent ergonomics, 6-round capacity, premium construction, and outstanding shootability easily earns it the number 5 spot on this list. The remaining 4 revolvers each excel in a very specific area, and the next one succeeds by doing something almost no other firearm on this list can match. Number 4. North American Arms Pug and Recluse. The North American Arms Pug and Recluse occupy a category that almost no other revolver can touch. These aren't designed to replace your primary carry gun. Instead, they're built for situations where carrying anything larger simply isn't an option. Weighing only about 6.5 ounces, these tiny 5-shot revolvers, chambered in .22 Magnum, redefine what deep concealment really means. They can disappear into places where even the smallest J-frame or LCR begins to feel too large. Whether it's a front pocket, boot, jacket, or backup holster, they're incredibly easy to carry without adding noticeable weight. That's exactly why they've developed such a loyal following. The Pug features larger sights and a slightly more defensive-oriented design, making it the better choice for quick target acquisition. The Recluse, on the other hand, uses a unique trench-style sighting system that keeps the profile exceptionally smooth, reducing the chance of snagging during the draw. Neither revolver is trying to compete with larger .38 Special snub noses in terms of stopping power or shootability. That would completely miss the point. Their greatest strength is availability. A firearm left at home offers zero protection, while a tiny revolver that's always in your pocket can still provide a meaningful defensive option when nothing else can. Of course, their extremely compact size also creates compromises. The tiny grip limits control, the short sight radius demands extra concentration, and reloading is much slower than with larger revolvers. They're also chambered in .22 Magnum, a cartridge that remains a topic of debate for personal defense. Even so, there are countless situations where maximum concealment outweighs every other consideration. In those moments, the Pug and Recluse become incredibly practical tools rather than mere novelties. They won't be the right choice for everyone, but for experienced carriers seeking an ultralight backup revolver or the smallest possible defensive firearm, few options come close. That's why the North American Arms Pug and Recluse secure the number 4 position. Now we enter the top 3, where one of the most legendary pocket revolvers ever made finally appears. While many expected it to take the number 1 spot, modern competition has pushed it slightly lower. Number 3. Smith & Wesson 642 Airweight. Few revolvers have influenced concealed carry as much as the Smith & Wesson 642 Airweight. For decades, it has been the benchmark by which nearly every pocket revolver is measured, earning a reputation as one of the most trusted everyday carry handguns ever built. At just 14.6 ounces, the 642 combines an aluminum alloy frame with a snag-free enclosed hammer and a 5-shot cylinder chambered in 38 Special Plus P. The result is a revolver that's remarkably easy to carry while still delivering the reliability that made Smith & Wesson's J-frame lineup legendary. Its greatest strength isn't flashy features, it's consistency. The fully enclosed hammer eliminates one of the biggest concerns with pocket carry. There's virtually nothing to catch on clothing during the draw, allowing the revolver to come out cleanly even under stress. That simple design has made the 642 a favorite among law enforcement officers, armed citizens, and experienced concealed carriers for years. Another reason the 642 remains so popular is its proven durability. While countless new micro-revolvers have entered the market promising revolutionary improvements, the 642 has quietly continued doing exactly what it was designed to do: fire every time the trigger is pulled and disappear comfortably into everyday clothing. Its double-action trigger also encourages disciplined, defensive shooting. Without the distraction of a single-action option, the revolver remains simple, intuitive, and ready the moment it's needed. Of course, no firearm is perfect. The lightweight frame produces noticeably sharper recoil with Plus P defensive ammunition than heavier steel revolvers. New shooters may also find the trigger pull heavier than modern polymer-framed competitors. Even so, those compromises are easy to understand when you consider the revolver's primary mission. The 642 wasn't built to dominate long-range sessions. It was built to be carried every single day, regardless of season, clothing, or lifestyle. That's exactly why it continues to earn the trust of so many experienced carriers. It doesn't rely on marketing or gimmicks. Its reputation has been built through decades of dependable real-world performance. Although newer revolvers have refined the formula with improved ergonomics and capacity, the Smith & Wesson 642 Airweight remains one of the greatest concealed carry revolvers ever produced, comfortably earning the number 3 position on this list. Only 2 revolvers remain, and the next one raises the bar with one of the smoothest factory triggers and most innovative lightweight designs in the entire category. Number 2. Ruger LCR. If there is one revolver that completely changed how shooters think about modern snub-nose carry guns, it's the Ruger LCR. Rather than simply copying decades-old revolver designs, Ruger started from scratch and built a platform specifically for concealed carry. The first thing most people notice is the trigger. Unlike many lightweight revolvers that have long, heavy, and sometimes gritty trigger pulls, the LCR delivers one of the smoothest factory double-action triggers available today. The pull feels consistent from beginning to end, making it easier to shoot accurately while reducing the tendency to jerk the trigger under pressure. That advantage becomes even more noticeable during rapid defensive shooting, where smooth trigger control can make all the difference. Weighing only about 13.5 ounces in its 238 Special Plus P configuration, the LCR is incredibly comfortable for everyday carry. Ruger's lightweight polymer and aluminum construction keeps the revolver easy to carry for hours without making it feel fragile or cheaply built. Another reason the LCR has remained so popular is its flexibility. Depending on your needs, it's available in several chamberings, including .38 Special Plus P, .327 Federal Magnum, 9mm, and .22 Magnum. That allows shooters to choose a version that best matches their recoil tolerance, ammunition preference, or intended role. Its fully enclosed hammer also reinforces its purpose as a true defensive revolver. Every contour has been designed to prevent snagging during the draw, allowing the gun to leave a pocket or holster smoothly when every second matters. Just as important is how comfortable it is to practice with. Ruger's grip design does an excellent job absorbing recoil, making range sessions less fatiguing than many competing ultralight revolvers. A carry gun only becomes effective if you practice regularly, and the LCR encourages exactly that. So why doesn't it take the top spot? Simply because another revolver builds upon this same philosophy while adding even more refinement. It offers better sights, improved ergonomics, and a level of carry-focused tuning that pushes the modern J-frame concept one step further. That doesn't diminish what the LCR has accomplished. It remains one of the finest micro-revolvers ever produced and continues to set the standard for lightweight concealed carry. Its outstanding trigger, proven reliability, excellent recoil management, and practical design make it an easy choice for the number 2 position. Only one revolver remains, and it's the model that best combines comfort, shootability, concealability, and real-world everyday performance into a single package. Number 1. Smith & Wesson Ultimate Carry J-Frame. Taking the top spot is the Smith & Wesson Ultimate Carry J-Frame, a revolver that doesn't try to reinvent the wheel. It simply perfects it. Every detail has been refined with one purpose in mind: creating the most practical micro-revolver for everyday concealed carry. Unlike many small revolvers that force shooters to choose between comfort and performance, the Ultimate Carry manages to deliver both. Available in either .32 H&R Magnum with a 6-round cylinder or the traditional .38 Special Plus P 5-shot configuration, it gives shooters the flexibility to prioritize either additional capacity or a more familiar defensive caliber. Both versions weigh just over 16 ounces, striking an ideal balance between lightweight portability and controllable recoil. What truly separates this revolver from the competition is its attention to the details that matter during daily use. The upgraded sights are significantly easier to acquire than the tiny fixed sights found on many traditional snub-nose revolvers. The grip provides excellent control without becoming bulky, allowing the revolver to remain comfortable in both pocket and inside the waistband carry. Every edge has been smoothed to reduce printing and eliminate snagging during the draw. Those improvements may seem small individually, but together they transform the shooting experience. The trigger feels refined. Recoil is more manageable than many competing lightweight revolvers, and the overall balance inspires confidence from the very first cylinder. Rather than feeling like a compromise you simply tolerate because it's easy to carry, the Ultimate Carry feels like a revolver you'll genuinely enjoy practicing with. That's an important distinction, because the best carry gun isn't necessarily the smallest or the most powerful. It's the one you're willing to carry every single day and train with consistently. Smith & Wesson clearly understood that philosophy when developing this model. Instead of chasing gimmicks or unnecessary features, they focused on improving the fundamentals that matter most to concealed carriers: reliability, shootability, comfort, and simplicity. The result is a revolver that honors the legendary J-frame platform while bringing it firmly into the modern era. It carries effortlessly, shoots confidently, and offers the kind of real-world refinement that only comes from listening to what everyday concealed carriers actually want. For those reasons, the Smith & Wesson Ultimate Carry J-frame stands as our number 1 pick and one of the finest micro-revolvers currently available for everyday carry. Choosing a micro-revolver isn't about finding the smallest firearm on the shelf. It's about finding the one you'll actually trust enough to carry every day. A few extra ounces, a smoother trigger, or a better grip can make the difference between a revolver that stays with you and one that spends most of its life locked away at home. Whether you prefer the proven reliability of the Smith & Wesson 642, the outstanding trigger of the Ruger LCR, or the refined design of the Ultimate Carry J-frame, today's market offers an excellent option for nearly every concealed carrier. If you enjoyed this countdown, let us know which micro-revolver you trust most for everyday carry. Did your favorite make the list? Or is there another model you think deserves a spot? Share your thoughts in the comments. And if you enjoy honest firearm rankings, practical concealed carry advice, and in-depth reviews without the marketing hype, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss our next countdown. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.